Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good.
Am I to my time is 12:30. So
no, the program stay on. The program will be on from 11:30.
Okay, sir.
The program will be on from 11:30, but as I shared earlier, we will have the environment will be open 30 minutes before the time so that people can try their connectivity.
Okay, sir. Okay.
How are you today?
Can I go off? Can I go off?
Hello? Hello? Yeah, actually, just trying your sound and trying your connectivity within the period now. Did you get me?
Celebrating good people. The world is waiting, anticipating now to see innovation from every nation now. In science and technology, education and health, entertainment and e-business. Come hold my hand now so I can take you there. It's the World Summit Award. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh no. See all these people looking so beautiful. So beautiful. From different nations, different colors and tongues. We are united by love, sent by God from above, taking the whole wide world by storm. So hold your breath now. I know you like what you see. You like what you see. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh no, oh no. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America. You welcome Australia. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America. You welcome Israel. World Summit Award. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Production. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Niger. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh, recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Anticipating now to see innovation from every nation now in science and technology, education and health, entertainment and e-business. Come hold my hand now so I could take you there. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh no, oh no. See all these people looking so beautiful. From different nations, different colors and tongues. We are united by love, sent by God from above, taking the whole wide world by storm. So hold your breath now. I know you like what you see. You like what you see. You like what you see. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh no, oh no. Welcome Africa. No, welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome Australia, welcome Africa, no, welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome Australia. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Production.
Yeah, my medal. I want to see what this looks like. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, yay! I can imagine that. Take it. Just leave the water. Water is no exhibit. That's a staple in life. Okay. Okay. Let's get in. Some buttons. Some more people.
It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Niger. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh, recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Anticipating now how to see innovation from every nation now in science and technology, education and health, entertainment and e-business. Come hold my hand now so I could take you there. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh no. See all these people looking so beautiful. So beautiful. From different nations, different colors and tongues. We are united by love, and by God from above, taking the whole wide world by storm. So hold your breath now. I know you like what you see. You like what you see. You like what you see. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh welcome Africano, welcome Asiano, Europe, America, welcome Australia, welcome Africano, welcome Asiano, Europe, America, welcome Australia. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Production. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Niger. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh, recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Anticipating now to see innovation from every nation now in science and technology, education and health, entertainment and e-business. Come hold my hand now so I could take you there. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh no. See all these people looking so beautiful. So beautiful. From different nations, different colors and tongues. We are united by love, sent by God from above, taking the whole wide world by storm. So hold your breath now. I know you like what you see. You like what you see. You like what you see. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh no. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome Australia. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome Australia. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Production. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Niger. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh, recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh. World Summit Award. Oh, recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. We celebrating good people. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome Australia. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome Australia. Recognizing the World Summit Award. Oh yeah, celebrate the people. Oh no, oh no. Niger. M's Production.
Yes. How are you? Okay, is it on? Okay, it's still off like yesterday. No, no, it didn't go. I want to try it again. I want to try it again. If I don't even. Let me, okay, yes, hello. Okay, my meeting starts in 5 minutes. System alerting me, no problems. How are you? Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Pop, pop, pop. Consume. Hello? The first one. Here, perhaps. Ah, don't snap my legs. Beg your pardon. Live to Facebook. Yes, we'll be live in 5 minutes. Currently, I'm connecting the Facebook Live on the WSA Nigeria page. Yeah. So very shortly, we'll be going live. I love them. I trust those young innovators want to disturb this class. And connecting to Facebook is just rolling, but not yet. Okay. Anything? Yeah. No, the mic is not for that. It's the system mic. But I don't know why going to Facebook has been dragging.
Is it 11:30 or starting?
11:30. It's almost 11:30. Yeah. 2 minutes to 11:30. But my go to Facebook is rolling. Who can roll? Who can roll? Come on, your one. Or perhaps I redirect
Are
it.
people connected now?
Come again?
Are people on now?
Yeah, some people have been testing their connection. They've been going out. Yeah. You are already in, Abi,
Yes.
so I can confirm we are currently 4 people here. So people can come in, which is okay. Okay, I think the Facebook Live is fine now. Yeah, I have Abubakar Bashir. So people will be fine. Yeah, people will be fine.
Is the Wsa-Nigeria war? Ooh yeah, celebrating good people. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Oh no, oh no. The world is waiting, anticipating now. To see innovation from every nation now. In science and technology, education and health, entertainment and e-business. Come hold my hand now, so I can take you there. It's the Wsa-Nigeria war. Oh, recognizing inventors. Is the Wsa-Nigeria war? Ooh yeah, celebrating good people. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Oh no, oh no. See all these people looking so beautiful. So beautiful, from different nations. like what you see. You like what you see. You like what you see. Oh, recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh no. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome Australia. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome Australia. Recognizing inventors is the Wsa-Nigeria award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Mdra Production.
Hello, sir. So I did one event now, sir, online. Oh, excuse me. I'll get back to you now. I'll get back to you, sir. Right. Hello, good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, I can see very eminent people here. So we still give some time for more participants to get it. Yeah, how are you? Oh yeah, that's Adele. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
Great.
I'm great.
I can see. Hey, yes. These are my
Good morning,
defenders.
sir.
My defenders. I need one of you guys to join me. How are you?
Fine.
Good morning. Today,
Morning.
we've automated everything, so we'll just be in a very relaxed mode.
Okay.
Oh dear, Abubakar Bashir, how are you, sir? How do you do?
I'm doing fine, sir. I'm doing
Excellent.
fine, sir.
Peter Hesse, that's another defender.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Man, that guy plays. You play 7 or 11 today?
Sir, I'll be attacking from 11.
Oh, great. So, but I hope my people are safe on your hands.
No, they are very safe. They are very safe.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much, everyone. So we have more people to come in. While they are in, let me just have some documentary running. Right. Look for.
The world is changing. Cities are evolving. With adoption and deployment of digital technologies, cities are now more than brick and mortar. They are becoming innovatively functional and aspirational. Communities are becoming smart. Smart cities are the future.
The basic elements required in a smart city: two things: electricity, constant electricity, and high-speed internet.
In a smart city, the goal is to address growing urbanization challenges with a digital framework. The framework is an intelligent network of connected objects and machines that transmit data using wireless technology and the cloud.
A village with electricity and high-speed internet is already smart.
Smart cities can improve energy distribution, streamline trash collection, decrease traffic congestion, and even improve air quality with help from the Internet of Things.
The right leadership with the right vision, I think, can be able to deliver and change some of our cities to smart cities.
Programmers Foundation is today a major advocate for the development of smart and connected communities and cities in Nigeria. The COVID-19 pandemic devastated the world, but it has also demonstrated just how much digital innovations are needed to serve the society. Innovations that make the people smarter, better connected, healthier, precipitating solutions that have a positive impact and relevant local content. Amos Emmanuel, chairman of Programmers Foundation, constant refrain is that change does not happen on its own. It is influenced by people who innovate. He is always calling and urging innovators to rise and occupy leadership positions in every part of the world, particularly in Nigeria. He is a firm believer that the world innovation cannot be complete without leadership contribution from Africa and especially Nigeria. Programmers Foundation Africa, tapping into the growing, the digital awareness, has taken up the challenge to help the continent progress. Programmers Foundation was established in 2009 by Programmers Software Limited, a long-standing leader in the capital market financial technology subsector that saw the need to fund activities help realize the goal to deliver innovation-led ecosystem for Nigerians. Amos Emmanuel, Chairman, Chief Software Architect for Programmers Software Group, is a prolific software designer and entrepreneur. He has served as ICT backbone to numerous financial institutions in Nigeria with over 25 years experience automating and maintaining more than 100 capital market operator organizations in Nigeria and Ghana with the multiple award-winning cloud Integra. He is the UN World Summit Awards eminent national expert for Nigeria. Programmers Foundation is engaged in significant work. It is helping Africa harness the power of technology. It is teaching Africa to innovate. The impressive and groundbreaking work that Programmers Foundation has pioneered is particularly important in the light of the United Nations UN Decade of Action on the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. The Decade of Action calls for accelerating sustainable solutions to all the world's biggest challenges, ranging from poverty and gender to climate change, inequality, and closing the finance gap. Technology promises to play a larger-than-life role in this quest. Programmers Foundation, through its work, offers Africa a huge chance and gives her a massive advantage. Programmers Foundation may well be Africa's linchpin. Two important segments of Programmers Foundation's multi-pronged approach include the Innovation-Led Africa and Smart City Project. Innovation-Led Africa is playing a strategic role in identifying and promoting indigenous solutions. Since it emerged on the scene Innovation Bed has made steady progress. Today, it is a go-to organic platform for startups incubation and multiplication. Without a doubt, Innovation Bed SDGs framework offers Africans a community-based collaborative hub in the areas of mentorship, innovation capacity, development, and entrepreneurship. Indeed, the emergence of an entrepreneurial bespoke IT ecosystem is perhaps the best way to precipitate the growth of the ICT sector with the development of relevant and functional solutions. The way Innovation Bed works is to constantly explore the relationship between technology and broader social issues. Everywhere Africa appears to be behind, Innovation Bed has become a bridge builder, an aggregator, and facilitator. It is spearheading efforts to contribute to efforts to build a digital ecosystem for innovation development in Africa. Innovation Bed has incredible long-standing strategic initiative research partners, including the Global Digital Foundation, ICT4, SIDS, Info Poverty World Conference, Oparazone Global, and Amiable UN World Summit Awards, WSA, eminent national experts from over 180 countries. These alliances have bonded Innovation Bed to advance actions towards the UN Sustainable Development Goal from across the respective countries. The World Summit Awards are a unique award system selecting and promoting local digital innovation to improve society, combining an ongoing series of international events and activities with a global network of startups, social entrepreneurs, mentors, jurors, speakers, experts, government leaders, academia, civil society. WSA is an international platform for cutting-edge examples of how ICTs can impact society positively. Innovation Bed coordinates Nigeria's participation. The vision is clear: to address Africa's greatest socio-economic challenges through innovative technology solutions by offering opportunity platforms for growing quality and knowledgeable generation of startups in the new nation-building transformation agenda. Innovation Bed Startup Opportunities Gateway incubates for promotion, growing innovative African startups and impacting the ecosystem positively. In Nigeria, members of the Innovation Council comprise of outstanding digital entrepreneurs who have at one time or the other researched, designed, and developed great innovation with positive social impact on the Nigerian society and beyond. Programmers Foundation's involvement in technology solutions embraces smart city. First is the appreciation of the fact that a smart city is not a computer. A smart city is a city that uses ICT to increase operational efficiency, share information with the public, and improve both the quality of government services and citizen welfare. The economic realities indicate that as more and more people move to urban areas, cities will struggle to cope with the influx of people. The need to create smart cities is becoming all the more unavoidable. Smart cities will make urban areas more livable and truly sustainable. Programmers Foundation is actively working to promote smart city solutions. Over the last decade, Programmers Foundation has been working with the UN World Summit Awards to select, promote, connect purpose-driven local digital innovation with a strong impact on improving the Nigerian society, given the too many social challenges they face. Amos is tireless in working to improve continental participation in the UN World Summit Awards Global Innovation Competition. In his words, he wants to encourage young people across the African continent to dream, to reach for the sky, and be part of the solution to move Africa forward. Amos Emmanuel has started a grand project. The impact will reverberate for eons. Programmers Foundation is driving the innovation bed to transform Africa and establish smart cities across the continent.
So good morning, everyone. Yeah, great. I can see very eminent people now in the house. Mr. Tom Roberts is in the house. Dr. Daniela, welcome. Thank you.
Hey, hi.
Thank you for honoring me. Oh, great, great, great.
Of course.
Great. When the
Thank
last time I saw you was in Vienna, God knows. You know, okay, Daniela, you're welcome. Thanks for visiting us in Nigeria. You know, I'll take you out of Singapore. So you're on the WSC grand jury, so you have to observe the environment for me too. Thank you so much for honoring us.
Thanks for having me.
In the house, we have also other WSC experts. We have Tom Roberts. Tom Roberts was there in Vienna to pick his Chokits.ng products. It was, I think it was a marvelous time. Tom Roberts, how are you?
Fine, thank you. It was absolutely a great time.
You guys had flying flies, something like that. It was chilly, but you guys are used to it. I'm not used to it. Thank you so much. In the house, I also have Clara Okoro. Clara Okoro is another wonderful entrepreneur. How are you, Clara?
I'm great, thank you. Great to be here.
I'm reporting myself to my friend from Singapore, Dr. Daniela. She's also on the grand jury of the World Summit, and she's also a major player and strategic partner on the Innovation Bed Africa. So I have to report myself today. I'm playing. No, we're really not doing much today. We're talking about innovation and celebration. So having the house capable hands who will listen to events. So we really would go very easily. So the approach will just be that we will allow all the producers to present their products. They have about 15 minutes to do this. And I think it's an opportunity because perhaps it's the first time I'm doing this in almost 10 years. So you can imagine what good COVID-19 is doing. By COVID-19 provocations, it's very easy. You easily can do this and you won't even feel it. Before now, I don't even see my producers ever. Like Talking.ng, we met for the first time in Vienna, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Mr. Tom Roberts, I never even know who are people contesting. I go after their products. It's only when you win, you now meet on the battlefield. And when you even win, you have to defend your products. Because there's something about innovation. You see that you have written it yourself, you stole an idea, and one thing about the World Summit Awards is that it's actually a democratic culture that you have to defend the product that you claim you have actually done, you have produced. And you have to be able to speak to that product and have a total defense of that product. And even by doing that, the World Summit Award gives you a global stage where you can actually come and speak to the rest of everybody, speak to the rest of the world. Because sometimes there's this idea that because it was done by blacks and Nigerians, perhaps a white man had done it and the black man is dubbing. There's that word dubbing. But the fact is that we look at it in that if anybody wakes up today and has an idea, just know that about 10 million people had already thought of that idea before you. So all you just need to do is to take it, develop it, and of course make it useful in your local environment, and of course make it relevant to the global stage. So ideas are meaningful, valuable, depending on what your contents are driving at. So we really don't see a double there, because even the internet has made life very easy for people. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's why you have APIs to replicate things needed to have gone repeat, but these things are able to stop so many things and quickly speed of production of things. So today we're going to listen to all producers. They have about 15 minutes max to do this. So if anybody has any questions from the producer circles, please feel free to ask. Because for you to be a World Summit winner, that means that you must have had a product that has been actually internationally rated amongst the best 40 in the world. So it's actually not something very easy. And for you to be able to get to that stage, when that product would have been properly checked by as many WS producers across different countries. So we say thank you, everybody, because everybody is actually a winner. That you don't win today does not mean that you won't win tomorrow. But something I must say about Africa is that the average performance and contribution to the global diameter of innovation for Africa has been really, really very, very encouraging. So I actually take this upon myself to see how we can go about improving this. Is it in Nigeria? In Nigeria, with about 36 states plus FCT, you realize that some Nigerians are actually doing some very great jobs. But how do you reach out to be able to find somebody doing a great thing, and how do you encourage such jobs? So in a kind of environment whereby they're even doing these jobs and they are covered. They don't even know that anybody is doing anything. But we'll just go on doing what we're doing to ensure that we can actually reach out and of course give whatever promotions we can give to them. And that has helped out. Peter Ihessie, how are you, sir? Peter Ihessie actually is another WS winner. He's in the house. He had a product called iPolice Mobile. iPolice Mobile was another very fantastic product on public safety. And I'm sure up till today, Nigerians and Nigerian leadership does not respect what is local. They will prefer to spend that money, and you actually may not even ask them for them to be able to show you what they've spent ICT funds on. So they're really not really ready, and that is why some of our programs today, I mean, as at yesterday or so, we're trying to see how we can actually, massage their ego so that they can respect it and actually see what better attention they can give. If we claim to want to desire a digital economy, we're not going to purchase a digital economy. We are going to actually innovate to recover this country from the current dwindling problem and the impact of COVID-19. So we really say thank you so much from Wsa-Nigeria. Thank you, Dr. Daniela. Thank you, Clara Okoro. Thank you, all my pre-selection national committee members. And I'm sure a lot more people will be joining. A lot more people will be joining. And of course, to everybody, thank you for joining us. So I also have another, Dr. Zegbo is actually another Wsa-Nigeria national nominee in the health sector. So she's just joining us, and I'm sure she'll be speaking from Bayelsa. You can see how small the village has turned. By the program, did everybody get the program? Did everybody get the program?
Yeah, I did. The email.
Sorry? We all have the program, right? So in that program is rather very straightforward. Once it's time, this is we just keep to that same time. We still have about 15 minutes that we can still do some introduction. At least I will love my pre-selection committee members to introduce themselves. Please, if you don't mind me, it may not be in any particular order, but please just permit me to allow my grand jury member from Singapore, Dr. Daniela Klewe of Odo Global, to introduce herself. Dr. Daniela.
Yeah, I keep it short. I'm really looking forward. Thanks, Emmanuel. And we've been working together, helping to build a network of platforms for startups and then helping to build up the ecosystem. And as you all know, Emmanuel is crucial in this. I'm very happy that we collaborate. And I can't wait to see what is coming from Nigeria. So that's it from my side for now.
Tom Robert. Tom. I'll introduce yourself, sir. And all the good that you've been doing. Nothing wrong with you.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Very well, yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tom Roberts. I'm the CEO for Truckit. A former WSA winner, as Amos has rightfully put it. I must tell you, WSA was a fantastic award. We were able to so many innovative products. And hopefully we should get more from Nigeria. I think I must commend more Greece is really involved in innovative transport solutions. We've developed a couple of solutions apart from our award-winning Truckit app. We've also developed a truck caller system that we're still awaiting to launch in Nigeria. That's really so much I'll leave the rest to the others.
Great. So thank you so much, Mr. Tom. We'll put it very short. Mr. Peter Hessier.
Hello, sir. Good morning, all.
I want to set you off. You were in Dubai. What did you go to do? No, you were in Abu Dhabi some years back, 2012?
Yeah.
What did you go to do there?
Yeah, it was a good experience. That was when I won my WS award as well. So that was the work for iPolice, which is a very fantastic product. Something that we're still working on, trying to figure out how best we can enable community policing, empowering the people and police with better technology to fight crime. On the other hand, too, I try to encourage young Nigerians and teach them how to code, empower them to be financially and economically relevant to society. Then I help non-for-profit organizations, especially churches, with a SaaS-based cloud system that help them manage operations, which is arguably the biggest in Nigeria, and we're trying to also grow into other African countries. So it's a pleasure to be here to see what creative and innovative solutions.
Thank you so much. He's the CEO of Complex Tech Limited. And I think he's also raising a new academy of developers under what he calls the Code, which is actually another very good one, because computer best solution of developers can create jobs now across the borders. So thank you so much. In the house, I also have Dr. Uzoibu. She innovated a product she calls iSpress 360. and she won in the health and lifestyle sector as the national nominee for Nigeria some years back too, and she's actually joining us to spar today too. Dr. Zegwa, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Morning. Okay. So yeah, please just introduce yourself. What do you do? You're in Bayelsa. What's happening there?
Yeah, Bayelsa is quiet and nothing extraordinary happening here. So I'm an optometrist. So I innovated a platform where you can do consultation online and have your eye service online from the comfort of your room. So I was among the contestants in 2018. We are ready to the top place for health and innovation. So subsequently, I've been doing a lot of things, and currently I've ventured into recycling to make eyewears, and we're flagging up that company very soon too. So that's all for now from here.
Great, great. Thank you so much. So I think the producers will have the time to talk. When is their time? Let me move on to my beautiful Africa. There's actually that word, my beautiful Africa. I want to know the Clara Okoro that owns Africa. Clara.
That's a good one. Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Clara Okoro, and I'm the founder of My Beautiful Africa. And our vision is to digitize the tourism and hospitality industry in Africa to make it more efficient and competitive. Because we realize the tourism into Africa find it very difficult moving around, you know, because of lack of technology to make their trips very seamless. And we hope to build a platform, iSmart Africa, to be able to integrate a lot of the companies operating in the tourism and hospitality sector with tech companies that will, you know, build solutions to make the tourism industry more viable in Africa.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so very much. So Dr. Daniela, you actually will see in Clara Okoro's message that there is a link there for your for connection. There's actually a link in the message that you have some connection with Clara Okoro after the session. She's quite in fact, she has a hub of so many things I'm sure you want to hear. So
yeah,
that's
maybe we can.
Great.
Would be my pleasure to connect. Yes.
Well,
all right, that would be great.
Yeah, but after my event, I beg. Thank you. So today we can actually start in earnest because about now, since the other people might join, who await any other person that connects. But for the business of the day, because it's actually very important to take presentations of products. Let me just share that presenting a product I don't know, it might require some extra skill. Let me just put it this way. And that I think is actually an opportunity because when you own, I'm a software person, and I realized that if you have not sold your product in the best of ways, you might not actually get the market that you desire. So sometimes, can somebody else sell your product? To my mind, I've not been lucky. Unless I sell my product, not any other person has been able to sell my kind of product, at least in my almost 2-3 decades of so many things. My niche is the capital market, and it's not been funny, except that the product will just stand out in the same way that you don't even need to do the marketing that you really, most people do, that perhaps one user may want to use it and reference it to another person, which has been the kind of marketing strategy that has worked for me. But then, if you have a product, it is important that you sell your product, market your product in the best of ways, you know, in the best of ways. So sorry, please. Sorry, please. Sorry. Can I call you? Please, can I call you back, please? Can I call you back? Anybody? Yeah. So that in the best of ways, the product, if it is not properly presented to people, the buyer may not be very easy. The same way when you actually say, when you say you have a good product. Say for instance, it starts from when WSA says submit your product and there are specific details Enter your name. What is the name of the product? What is behind? What motivated this innovation? And you may have a very fantastic product, but even to complete that information to sell what you have gone wrong. So in the things I can share with you today, that is almost 90%, 95% of the error. You know, so like if I may just want to share my screen so I can present something, so that we have an idea when completing the, what's it called now? It is important that you fill the forms very well. Okay. I'm see my screen. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Great. So in here, you'll find so many products from Nigeria. There's even other pages there that may not even be able to show everything here. But you realize that if you go into the contents of these submissions, they are very, very poor, not qualitative at all. And you now wonder, perhaps maybe it was just for you to put a name into a database somewhere. And this is what I have to report to the global community as to what is coming from my country. So that's why it might be that from the kind of details that we have gotten, numerous products that we have gotten, very few can even be selected, can even be selected for discussion. You understand? So this is actually the kind of thing, and we hope this will hope to improve. We hope to improve on this very soon. We hope to improve on this soon. So I may have to switch off my phone. Right, so that this we feel should improve over time, and that is why we spend some time on education, educating people and the likes. Then one other thing is that for today, particularly for the jurors, so that we are not in confusion, I have actually said that we should listen to the products, share our ideas and everybody with all the producers, but nobody is actually on a roll as to, oh, whether you have won or you've not won at all. But then, based on what you have seen, or you can actually give some evaluation. So what we have done is that, like in that program, there's a link that will take you to this form. There's a form that we call the WSA National Pre-Selection, is a form for the jurors, where you can actually enter your name and your email. And of course, we have 7 tracks coming up today. Track 1, there are certain basic details that we want to see. Content, out of 1 to 10, what can you give to content? Where content is quality and comprehensiveness of the project being discussed. Then functionality, out of 10, 1 to 10, ease of use, user experience, appropriate interactivity. What score do you want to give? So jurors will have the opportunity of filling up this form. Even we still have 48 hours after this virtual session that jurors still have to go put together their information across this form, which will help my selection. Then we want to see design, navigation, orientation, and visual appeal. We want to see technology. What's the state of the art, you know, in technology and quality of technical realization of what the person is presenting? Then innovation, originality, and newness of the targeted business, model, society, and impact on the local environment. Then, of course, you can just share a general remark on that product. So this is like a clue to presenters. So from point 1, you know what you can do that can help a person listening and probably trying to evaluate the product that you have before we get started very soon. So the jurors have this link. It's in that program. If you don't have it, you share it later on. But you can be doing it immediately, but I feel it will not be immediate for you to really take your time, understand what the project you are taking. You might be taking notes, but subsequently you can now go up to this form and put your content there. It will be relevant and useful for my product selection and nomination to the global database eventually. And this WSA 2020 is the deadline for all the countries is now 30th September. And that is why we still have this opportunity to fine-tune our submissions and make sure that things don't have broken links and all the sort. Because after 30th of September, I won't have access to your products any longer. This is the only time I have to speak on any product from Nigeria. Shortly, from the first week of next month, I'm sure the online, the first part of the global evaluation of products from other countries will come, and I'm going to know what country I'll be talking about and seeing what they have. And of course, I do not have a say on my country's products thereafter, after next week. So that is what assistance we're trying to offer as of now. So eventually, when you are filling the details, the form will be able to let us know what we can now do or what decisions is best that can advise us on what to do next. So about this time, we will be happy to invite the first presenter. The presenter, Mr. Kirsten Agboro. Yeah, Mr. Kirsten Agboro, are you in the house?
Yeah, I'm in the house.
Right, and we said that in the case you have more than one presenter to talk about your project, you are free to do so. And I hope the information I got have been properly set up by now for your firm, so that will help us get started. Then the next is we have another producer, Odebwana Oscar Obiora. Is Odebuna in the house?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
sir.
Just to touch base with everybody so that we can be sure we are good. Do we have Adiola Ola Shewe? That's Pink Bean.
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Next, we have Mayowa Adegoke. Mayowa Adegoke, a government and citizen engagement product called Help Talk. Okay. Next, I have Obinna Ibe, a learning and education product. Obinna Ibe. Okay. And we have Bashir Abubakar, a product under environment and green energy. Bashir Abubakar. Okay. I know it was in the house shortly before now, but at any rate, whose turn we can knock and switch over, as there may be some of those adjustments over time, as I expressed before. But then we'll get all this, the products tidied up, and of course we can take experts' comments, and of course your own comments and queries and questions, so that we can get started. So please, presenter number one, Mr. Kirsten Ogboro, and his partner. I guess two people are reporting from there, and if they are properly set up. So please, can you, no, that's Mr. Kirsten now, please, your team can present COVID together, please. Let me stop my screen share.
Okay. Can we go on?
I'm stopping my.
Good morning,
and,
house.
You can go on now. The floor is yours. Okay, sorry, before you just get started, I want to recognize Mr. Jide Awe. Mr. Jide Awe is on the pre-selection committee, and so he's also to evaluate. So thank you. So you can go ahead, Mr. Kirsten.
Good day, all. So, as introduced, my name is Kirsten Agboro.
You can share your screen to do your work, obviously, that's critical. And sorry, I do mention that in marketing your products, you need a very good presentation video, because jurors don't have the time. They don't have that time. They just want to see what could speak to what you have in a few short seconds. And that's what can probably make them to want to read more. Otherwise, they've moved on because, I mean, we get almost over 500,000 of products across the country, so people don't really waste so much time. So to sell, there must be something to really be engaging. So COVID together. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So my name is Kestin Agboro, and my colleague here with me too, Marvino Michael, who is a co-presenter with me here in the USA program. So today, we have the privilege of presenting our product called COVID Together. COVID Together, what is COVID Together? COVID Together is an app that helps to manage the spread of the deadly coronavirus that has been ravaging the world and has brought havoc and untold hardship to a lot of persons. So, seeing the situations in many countries, my team and I, the team, came together to make an app that can help the common Nigeria to be able to navigate and manage the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Why did we do this? This was especially because besides having the problem of COVID-19, which is indiscriminate in spreading around the world, Nigeria also has another problem, which is economic problem. We do not have the social safety net that's available in many developed countries today. No, we don't. Our health system, is not, cannot really accommodate such kind of pandemics or crisis. People still have to go about their normal day-to-day business because besides the COVID-19 virus, we also have another deadly virus, which they also call the hunger virus. So we have two things on our hands. On one hand, we have COVID-19. On the other hand, we have the hunger virus. Which will you die from? But it doesn't have to be a choice. With the COVID Together mobile app, we can, everyday Nigerians can actually manage the spread of this virus. The app has some features. One of the main features is that the app is a contact tracing app. One of the problems we have during this COVID-19 is that when somebody has been confirmed to have the virus, when the person is asked about the virus, the person does not remember who and who he has had close contact with. So that's a problem. So we were able to find a solution for that from the COVID Together app. More so, the app also have some other features like a geofence that shows you where the affected areas are concentrated, and also it can also calculate your distance to an affected area, to a test site, or to an isolation center. More to that, it also gives live updates about the effect of the coronavirus nationwide and worldwide, because information too is key. Information too is live. With information, we can be able to avert some of the problems that we are seeing today. So I'm going to share my screen for a short video. It's a 3-minute video, which I want us to patiently watch. It discusses about the our app, the COVID Together. Let's watch, please.
Welcome to our Africa Tech segment. A NEMO team at the Warri Innovation Hub in Delta State, Nigeria, have developed a contact tracing app called COVID Together to help fight the COVID-19 pandemic. This app, through a technology called Bluetooth Low Energy, scans for other users of the applications, automatically records close contact, and generates a unique ID for easy identification. Take a look.
The coronavirus pandemic is continuing its spread to nearly every country across the world. Individuals and organizations are making efforts to help curb the spread. In Warri Delta State, a NEMO team at a software development company have built a contact tracing app called COVID Together to fight the virus. The app is aimed at contact tracing, information, and action.
We understand that when people fall sick with coronavirus and the government authorities will ask them who they met or where they've been to
Why
or
is
how many
my
the information they
my
offer
screen has gone down?
because perhaps they've forgotten. And so we built a contact tracing app that uses
Okay, it's okay.
Bluetooth low energy technology.
Maybe it was because I pushed it down.
The COVID Together app uses a technology called Bluetooth Low Energy, which helps to scan for other users of the app that have enabled contact tracing on it.
When you install the COVID Together app from our website, covidtogether.org, the app asks for your name and your phone number. The app also has a switch that allows you to enable or disable contact tracing. This gives you control. You install the COVID Together app on your mobile phone and you come in contact with another COVID Together user. If the distance between you and that person is less than 2 meters, immediately your mobile phone records that as a close contact, and both phones exchange an ID or a nickname.
The app also gives the location of all test centers and isolation centers in the state on a map, giving the users information on the nearest location.
Also added a geofence feature that fences areas that are affected in your state. And then when you walk into such areas that have a high probability of the virus, you are alerted and told to leave such an area. If one of your contacts that you met via the COVID Together app has contacted the virus, there are two options. You can either choose to directly call the NCDC, or you can choose to take a symptom check on the app. The symptom check is not a coronavirus test. Rather, it just helps you to see if you have any symptoms, and the symptoms you have are related to the coronavirus.
COVID Together app gives an update of the number of cases in every state in Nigeria and worldwide.
Well, that's it on the program today and for the week. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, I hope we enjoyed that short video on the COVID Together and what it does. It will also interest you to know that our COVID Together app was the first contact tracing app in Africa and the second contact tracing app in the world, second only to that of Singapore. And we're able to do this without the support from the government, which is very scarce in Nigeria. Our government do not really support what the people are doing, especially technology-wise, but we're able to do that. And we also had some challenges, but despite the challenges from Google, who needed us to provide a letter from a national health institution before it can be published on the Google Play Store. Yeah, we were having issues with that because since the government were not really too interested in what we're doing.
You see,
we really
the picture that we have is not, my picture is not sharp.
Can we kindly mute all other microphones, please?
Thank you. Okay. So we're able to have the support from the government despite all these challenges. We still had thousands of downloads. We now had over 10,000 downloads, people who are already making use of this app because it cannot help them to go about their normal day-to-day activities and at the same time manage the virus because the people still need to go out. We don't have the social safety nets that the West or the developed countries have in the world, but we now made do of what we had. My colleague is here too, is also going to talk about some features about this COVID Together that we've developed. He's going to talk about especially the contact tracing and maybe some worries that some persons may have had about it. Over to you, Mavino Michael.
Okay, so my name is Mavino Michael. I'm also part of the COVID Together project, the project for COVID Together project. And when we built this app, we were particularly focused on contact tracing because we knew the importance. And we looked at all the things we had to balance or weigh before building the solution. And one of them was people's battery, for instance. We know people feel that we're going to use Bluetooth to do this contact tracing. And we know that Bluetooth, of course, consumes battery. And so when we picking technology we're going to use to build this application, we use BLE, Bluetooth Low Energy Technology, so that it doesn't consume much battery. And so we built it so you can actually have the app installed on your phone, and then it turns on your Bluetooth, but doesn't consume your battery. And you can put them in your pocket, on your bag, as a lady and you're walking around and you don't need to bring the phone out. You just walk close to someone, and when you're too close to the person, both phones just record the close contact and immediately it's on your phone. So now when that person or one of the persons that has the app fall ill, immediately we have a list of people that you have met. But there was a privacy concern. The privacy concern was, okay, people's information, are we just going to, how are we going to handle people's information? But so what we did was, we didn't give a name or a tag to anybody on the platform. All we did was give everybody an ID. So there was an ID for everybody. And whenever two people come close to each other, there's change this ID. And so whenever one person falls ill, we go to the database and then we match this ID that was gotten from the person's phone. And then we match it with the database and bring out the phone numbers and the names of the person that they have met. So if you have met 20 persons in the past 2 weeks, we bring all their names and contacts out and give to the health authorities. Only the health authority should have access to that data. And so they can call these persons and contact them, tell them to either self-isolate or come for testing. So this made contact tracing automatic for us. It really worked very, very well. We did a test and it was really working smoothly. And so this kind of helped to solve the privacy concern, because all we had was IDs of people on our database. We deployed this solution we needed the government to be part of it, to adopt the solution. For it to work, we needed the health authorities to actually adopt this stuff and use it, and then be able to leverage on the data. Because with the data, we're able to create clusters, and our government can calculate how many people in certain area must have or are potential carriers of the virus. All this data was there just for the government to use this to actually plan and prepare for as the epidemic, as the pandemic got bigger. But this was not adopted. And so right now we are currently building for the private sector. We're building other solutions for the health sector into the COVID Together app. And I think my partner will just touch on that quickly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mavino. Michael, quickly, like he said, we're also doing something now for the private sector, which is Medicare. Medicare is a continuation of the COVID Together app, but has more features that can, actually help the private health sector so that we can actually help ourselves without the help of the government. I'm afraid my time is up. So thank you very much. This is all we have for COVID Together.
So thank you so much, team COVID-19, COVID Together. I must say that was a decent one. So thank you. So my next presenter is of EduPoint. EduPoint is your floor, please.
Good afternoon.
The sound.
At the same time,
we need help from the sound.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, go ahead. Just go ahead. Let's evaluate it. So, looking like we would have to have a referee for communication timeouts.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Okay, so sorry for that. There was a network issue. Trying to share my screen.
Yeah, we are seeing it.
Can you see my screen? Sorry.
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay. Statistics are showing that
go ahead.
Over 50% are yet to meet their academic expectations. This is a particular case of a lady who committed suicide in Asaba. These cases and many other cases in Africa are the reason why we at EduPoint came up with a simple solution. But before then, we saw that there was a problem we identified, and this was a research that was carried out by Sirius Capital with support from Oxford Analytics. which says that there is a rising need for trained quality professional tutors. Now, this is a challenge in Africa because in a typical public stroke primary school, private school, we realize that the teacher to tutor engagement were usually between 1 to 60, which is usually against the United Nations goal, of which there's supposed to be a teacher to at least or at maximum 20 students. But this is one of the problems that we identified. The next problem we also saw was that due to the fact that there were no well-quality trained teachers to teach these kids, there was a rise in unemployment because these tutors have no platform for them to be able to teach with their basic skill. And this has increased exam failure rate from 20% to 40% in major exams. This is where we came in. My name is Oscar Obera. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of EduPoint. And EduPoint leverages on technology that seeks to connect students with verified local teachers to help them deliver one-on-one lessons in any subject, skill, and also help learners meet their expectations. Now, for tutors to be able to earn extra income. So while we are also solving the Sustainable Development Goal of 8, we are also improving income standard for Goal 4. We're also tackling SDG Goal 8. Now, how does EduPoint work? It works in 3 simple steps, just the way your Uber works. All you can do is to sign up on our platform if you're a learner, and then you schedule a lesson, and then the tutor meets you at your space, either virtually or online. In this COVID-19, we've seen almost a 200% increase in our student requests and learners requests because schools were closed, but for us, learning continues. Then to become a tutor button, and then you fill your information. We get your KYC, and then at the end of the day, what we do is that we do the vetting, and then we ensure that we carry out our virtual and also physical vetting process, and then do our necessary background checks, and then we'll pay you up to the tutor closest to your location. Now, our vision is to become Africa's most trusted, safe, and secured peer-to-peer learning platform that will also serve as a source of income to tutors. Do we have competitions? Yes, of course, we have competitions. But what we've done is that we've been able to see how we rise above our competitors. Our service are relatively affordable. We are very customer-centric, and we have a fast response to deployment of tutors to client within just 30 seconds. Now, also, we have used technology to drive our platform to go through rural and urban centers to ensure that we have quality access to education to all and not some segmented individuals. What we've also done is that we've also have our learning format in audio and audio visual to enable those who learn by basically looking and seeing to be able to learn rather than just the mere classroom learning. So what we've done is that we've actually aided the form of learning to ensure that students can learn with the use of maybe video materials or probably MP3 learning format materials. This has also helped to improve the learner-to-tutor engagement within the space. What we've done basically for schools as part of the service we offer to them is that we've also been able to digitize their record management system such that part of our partnership to see how we can offer schools some benefit from EduPoint. Looking at the market size, there are over 160 million people. Research now shows that we have over 200 million people in Nigeria. Now, looking at the majority of our target audience, majority of these youths are unemployed, majority of them are students who are yet to meet their academic expectations. Now, we come down to 4 cities that usually have a high significant potential to hiring tutors online. And then we narrowed down to Lagos, where we have over 20.3 million people. We just took 10% of the market as our niche market, multiplied by $35 we charge per client. And that gives us an addressable market of over $207 million. That means the market is huge because the problem actually is very, very huge. Who are our customers? Our customers are divided into 2 sections. We have the B2B and the B2C. For the B2C, these are working parents, business executives, students, and parents. Now, for the B2B, which is our edu-based platform that I showed us earlier, we also offer school services like STEM, coding, and robotics classes. Currently, right now, we've signed some partnership with some schools to take up their extracurricular activities for them, such as French speaking, Chinese speaking, and also vocational skills acquisition training. This is the way we're able to service our B2B clients. Yes, we have a revenue model. Our revenue model is a shared economy. EduPoint operates on a shared economy revenue process, where 70% goes to our tutors after they complete the lesson, and then 30% as a commission fee for EduPoint. We also charge a one-time fee of $8 for every request made as a first-time charge for our clients on the platform. Now, yes, we've actually done some sizable amount of traction. We started 2018. We have over 5,000 applications that we received from tutors. We vetted over 3,000. Initially started with 50 clients till to date. We have over 2,000 learners that have learned from our platform. And we've done over 30,000 hours of learning. We've done a gross revenue of 12 million, and we have partnered with 10 schools currently. Our investment for the future plan, we are very, very goal-focused and vision-oriented. We hope that in 3 years' time, through some strategic partnership and also connections with both schools, private and public, we might be able to reach out to 6 African countries, of which we are getting requests from Ghana and Togo currently. And then we also hope to improve and increase our network of verified users and teachers. We also intend to increase our users before 2025 to 1 million users through the help of strategic partnerships and better funding for the business. I asked for any venture capitalists is that we'll be seeking 10 million naira funding to be able to improve our product development, also our operating expenses, and also personnel expenses. Yeah, our business has a team of over 15 years experience in combined, myself as a CEO and co-founder, Lillian, who is a guide of education. We have a CTO, and we have the Chief Human Resources Officer, who is very focused on recruiting talented teachers, deploying them to the basic homes that need our services. We are also very CSR focused. Last year, we partnered with Ford Foundation and Union Bank to be able to reach the underserved communities in Niger State. We hope to expatiate our reach out to other educationally less privileged locations. For us, education is basically meant to serve all, and we hope that through partnership with private and public prestataires, we can be able to extend our quality service to all in Africa. We've actually partnered with several funders and partners so far. So join me as we revolutionize the way students are learning and the way tutors are also earning income. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, EduPoint. Right, great. We're happy that you help us also save time there. So I want to reconfirm if we have the next educational product, learning management system. Learning management system. I don't think they are represented here. Can Ping Me begin to warm up? Ping Me, do you have your partners complete?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. So Adela, please can take the floor now.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adiola Lashwere, and I'm here to speak about our company called Ping Me. Currently in Nigeria, we do not have a unified open API, open banking platform. What does that mean? It means if I go to a bank, for example, and I say I want to borrow some money, if I don't currently have a relationship with that bank, my chances are maybe 50%. And then if I'm not even in the financial system at all, then the chances of me getting a loan from that bank is 0. Because what does the bank do? The bank would use my transaction history, but then they will also get information from the credit bureau. And based on those two information, they make a decision. But credit bureau only shares information about your credit. You know, where have you borrowed from? Have you been delinquent? Are you good? That is the only information a credit bureau shares. So we introduced what we call an open API platform, which is a platform where financial institutions and developers, we've actually created a financial data infrastructure. Rather than every bank trying to create this huge platform where they're able to get information about each individual from the different financial platforms available, it costs a lot of money. We've created a financial infrastructure where financial institutions and developers can just go into our sandbox, they plug in through an API, and they're able to get every single information about somebody. So if you have a relationship with an MMO, your telco information, your banking information with financial banks, with microfinance banks, with financial fintech borrowers, we're able to get this information. And how are we able to get this information? We're able to get the information directly from the consumer. So when the consumer goes in and wants to borrow money, we ask them to give us access to their phone. So when they give us, and we are GDPR compliant. This is a permission-based GDPR compliant infrastructure. We ask them to give us access to their phone. And once they give us access to their phone, we're able to see activities on their phone. So your alerts, your apps on your phone. So for example, if a consumer has, for example, a gambling app on their phone, we use such information as basis for scoring that individual. So what does that mean? We're pulling the traditional information, which is your banking transaction and information from a credit bureau, but we're also using your everyday lifestyle. And we combine those two together and we give a more real scoring about an individual. So if you're getting alerts that, you know, maybe a friend is sending, hey, you owe me money, you've not paid me, even though that doesn't pass through a financial system, we're able to pick up on those kind of information as well. So I will just share my screen and just tell you how that works a little bit. So like I said, with PingMe, when a bank or our customers go into our sandbox, they're able to get information about your balances. They're also able to get information about your identity. So for example, if you want to borrow a loan and you go into the app of any of the banks you want to take out a loan from, and then you're actually in Imo State, but while you're filling the application, you say that you are in Lagos State. We're able to detect that through GPS to show that, no, this person is actually not in Lagos. This person is in Imo State. And that could be a worry that, oh, this could be fraud. So like I said, we're able to get balances, both positive and negative. We're able to get your income. We're able to get your transactions on your phone. Where in some cases we help agents. So for example, part of the value proposition of this product is the fact that we're trying to bring on board the guys that are not financially included. So it means someone in the neighborhood that usually just maybe borrows from a mobile money operator, for example. Nobody picks them up, but we are also linked to mobile money operators. So that way, you're little, I'm borrowing 1,000 naira today, I'm borrowing 2,000 naira tomorrow. It's helping you build up your credit. And the more you borrow and you return and you pay back on time, you increase what can be borrowed out to you. And that helps you to start your financial journey. And with that, once you move from little borrowing from a mobile money operator, you can move on to like a microfinance bank, for example, and eventually to a financial institution. So this is also helps to help our consumers journey into being financially included. Post-COVID, we've also seen that digital engagement is to drive financial system is a lifeline. You know, a lot of people don't want to go into banks anymore. They want to do everything on their phone. And with our platform, you're able to do all that on the system, and the financial institution is able to pick up information about you and quickly score you and give you the product you require. This also helps financial institutions to be able to segment and also provide different types of solutions to their various customers, because with this our platform, you're really able to get real life information about every single consumer that is on your system. And like you said, it's an open API in a sandbox. So we allow our financial partners and our developers to come into our platform. They can play with it and get more information in terms of their consumers. So like I said, the unique thing about this is currently, most of the loans that are being given out is usually based on traditional models. We have come with traditional models and non-traditional models, and we've merged it together, and we're able to give a more holistic and a more real-time information about every consumer. And in a nutshell, that is really what PingMe does. And yeah, and that's it from PingMe. In a nutshell, that's what we do.
Great, great. So thank you so very much. I do think that was very good. Another time saving there for us. So that was pretty great. Please, so you can stop the share of your screen. So the next presenter now can actually start. That is Help Talk. Help Talk. Presenter for Help Talk. Presenter for Help Talk. No lost time will be wasted. So do I have presenter for She Reads Africa? Do I have presenter for She Reads Africa? Fluiz, Mr. Abubakar Bashir. Hello? Mr. Abubakar Bashir. So I know he's active on the screen, but then give him the call. Mr. Abubakar Bashir. And She Reads Africa too. Hello, Mr. Abubakar Bashir. He has something on floods management system. And we're just chatting with me now.
I hope he's not muted.
I've sent a message for unmuting now, and he was even chatting with me about his time now. Your time now. Well, gentlemen, maybe can we just spare like 5 minutes to take a message? Let's just take a message. He was just chatting with me, asking me when is his time, as if he doesn't have a program. Mr. Abubakar Bashir. But now that we have to, okay, let me just take a message. WSA.
It's the world's habitat war. Oh, recognizing inventors is the world's habitat war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Anticipating now to see innovation from every nation now. In science and technology, education and health, entertainment and e-business. Come hold my hand now so I could take you there. It's the world's habitat war. Recognizing inventors is the world's habitat war. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh no, oh no. See all these people looking so beautiful. From different nations, different colors and tongues. We are united by love, sent by God from above, taking the whole wide world by storm. So hold your breath now. I know you like what you see. You like what you see. You like what you see. Recognizing inventors is the world's habitat war. Oh yeah.
So, hello. I guess.
Hello, sir. Yeah, I'm ready.
You are ready for us now, okay? So please take the floor right now.
Yeah, everything is okay, sir. So can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Excuse me. Okay.
So can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, we can see you.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Excuse me. Yeah, I can see you. Go ahead, please.
So, hi everyone. My name is Abubakar Bashir. My name is Abubakar Bashir. I am the founder of I will start by narrating a story of a typical tea seller by the name Saad Mohammed Asha. In the July of 2017, Saad tended to lose 2 of his wives, 6 of his children due to flooding. Why? Because Saad lacked access to an early warning information and guidance. What a pity. Like Saad Mohammed Asha, there are about 4 billion and about 112 flood vulnerable areas that are living along the flood corridors of Nigeria, which lack access to flood early warning information. And yet we don't have a sustainable solution to that. Flood has been a major devastator with no limited frequency for quite centuries. It has accounted for about 71% of all the related natural disaster, and it is the most frequent natural disaster with about 40% frequency. Well, say hello to Flores. Flores is a dematerialized, demonetized, and democratized flood warning system. It is an all-round solution that monitors and forecasts flood imminence, and thereby data and economies, while for early preparedness, awareness, emergency response, quick recovery, and strengthening part of our resilience. We are simply arming those inhabitants with the flood early warning information so that they can be able to prepare early towards the reduction in devastation among life, valuable properties, biodiversity, food and water supply, and economic losses estimated in billions of dollars. This is just an overview of a conceptual model of how Flores works. We utilize different data sources, from meteorological data sources, hydrological data sources, topographic data sources, biospheric, and common data that we can bring. Powered a powerful GPU with an algorithm that help compute our model. Then we disseminate the forecasted data, the final insights as a one is the vulnerable individuals. So how do we get the data? The data is we get the data mostly from satellite, from European Space Agency, sometimes from NIGERIA, and a current breakthrough that we have gotten using the signal transfer from an IoT devices. A ripple that create a kind of a hyper-local forecast for us. So we dissimulate the situation. Hello, sir, can you hear me? Hello, sir, can you hear me? So the internet stability.
Is there any way you can mute other devices around you?
Okay, let me try, sir. Can you hear me now, sir?
Better, yeah, better.
Okay. So shall I go back a bit or shall I continue?
Just continue.
Okay.
Or how does the house take it? You want to go back a little bit? Please try to do so.
We couldn't hear anything. If he's using 2 devices, there'll be a call back. You know, we couldn't hear anything.
So can you hear me as of now?
He's not even sharing his screen. It's just on the cover page. He's not sharing his screen at all.
No, I'm sharing.
Wait.
Hello, sir.
Better.
So can you see my screen? I'm just trying to confirm whether you can see my screen, sir.
I think your screen is still on. That has disaster risk governance.
So can you see the change?
It hasn't changed.
I think there's a problem. Let me just restart the sharing. Sorry, sir. Just a moment.
Yeah.
Let me just restart the sharing.
Stop share, then reshare. Is our man up? Okay, he's trying to reset to come back. He has not been able to come back. So just a little more minutes, let's see him get back. Looks like that is the last we'll be able to take since the other people are not here.
Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America. You welcome Australia. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America. You welcome Israel. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Celebrating good people. Production.
I'll just take it.
It's the World Summit. It's the World Summit. It's the World Summit Award. Niger. It's the World Summit. It's the World Summit. It's the World Summit Award. Ooh yeah, yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Oh no, oh no. The world is waiting, anticipating now to see innovation from every nation now. In science and technology, education and health, entertainment and e-business. Come hold my hand now so I can take you there. It's the World Summit Award. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Ooh yeah, celebrating good people. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Oh no, oh no. See all these people looking so beautiful, so beautiful. From different nations, different colors and tongues. We are united by love, sent by God from above, taking the whole wide world by storm. So hold your breath now. I know you like what you see. You like what you see. You like what you see. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Ooh yeah, celebrating good people. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Oh no, oh no. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America. You welcome Australia. Welcome.
Yes.
So I'm back, sir.
Okay, okay. Please just try to see how you round up.
Okay. Can you see my screen, sir?
Not,
Can you see my
not yet. Okay, I think we now have eBay Ambassador eBay Obina in the house. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. So I think I've shared my screen, sir. You can see it.
Can anyone see Ajabubakar Bashir's screen?
I'm not seeing any screen. Yes.
Wow.
I'm just seeing his face, not his screen.
Okay, yeah. Same here. A lot of patience, but we'll get over this. So the game time is now being lost. Or do you think we should take the other colleague that is in? Let's take someone else. Why do you public take again? What do you think? Hello, House. Do we try Ambassador Ibe Obina? Hello?
Yeah, I think Abubakar should go and fix himself so can take the next person.
Yes.
Yeah. Apologies, sir. I'm just trying to fix. I think I can go next. You can take the next person.
Okay. Is
Go next after him.
Ambassador Ibe Obina available?
Yes, apologies, House.
Ambassador Ibe Obina.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, are you available to speak now?
Yeah, I'm available. Just leaving a conference, so I think it's possible if I could pitch mine now, so that I can sign up. I have limited time, sir.
I didn't get the message.
I say I'm available now. I'm available.
Yeah, that's why I want to actually, you can take the floor right now. You can present now.
Okay. Okay. I represent Device South Africa Foundation. Can you hear me?
Please go ahead, please.
Hello.
You have the floor. Go ahead, engage.
Hello.
Dear panelists, what do you suggest?
Okay, I'm pitching for Shiri's Africa project. So I'm pitching for Shiri's Africa project.
Yeah, okay, first let me ask, is She Reads Africa project an app or just an initiative?
Is an app developed by our partner World Literacy Foundation in the United
Talk
States.
about that because actually these are things we want you to showcase, and we're saying you have the floor. Please go ahead.
Okay, the app is an educational app that has solar. It runs on solar and it has over 400 preloaded educational materials and cross-cultural learning content developed by the World Literacy Foundation.
Do you have anything to show? Do you have anything to show?
I don't have it yet. I received your mail yesterday. Like, so I was already out of town from Port Harcourt. I'm in Enugu.
No, correct. Sorry. So it means you are not ready to present.
Yeah, let's see. You have to give me some order by tomorrow. I'll be back to Port Harcourt, my base where I have.
No problem, Mr. Ibe, so that we can actually make better use of time now. While we actually, okay, great. I think I hope this is a voluntary action from Abubakar Bashir. I can see his screen now.
Bashir.
Mr. Bashir? The man was expecting his speech. Okay. Are you okay now?
So,
Bashir.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Please just go ahead. Let's just wrap it up with this. Go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
I'm apologizing for the inconveniences caused. There's I think it's a little glitch. So, my name is Abubakar Bashir. I am the founder and CEO of Flowey's Flood Early Warning System, FLOEWS. I will start by narrating a story. Just Saad Mohammed. Saad tended to lose 2 of his wives and 6 of his children to the recent flooding. Why? Because Saad lacked access to a flood early warning information and guidance. What's a pity? Yeah. I hope everybody can hear me now. Hello. Hello.
There's still some echo anyway. There's still some echo.
Oh Lord. So can I just turn off the video? When I maybe can you hear me now?
Go ahead, better. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, fine. So my name is Abubakar Bashir. I'm the founder and CEO of Flowis Flood Early Warning System. I will start by narrating a story of a typical Malam that sells tea in Suleja, Niger State, by names Malam Saad Muhammad Asha. Saad tended to lose 2 of his wives and 6 of his children. Because he lacked warning information. 151 flood vulnerable Nigerians that are living along the populous and common corridors, flood vulnerable corridors of Nigeria and the world globally. Hello.
Wow.
Hello. Hello.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
We can hear you. You're audible. We can hear you.
Nigeria that are living corridors of Nigeria, which are vulnerable to flood early warning system. Flood has been a major devastator with no injuries. It has accounted for about 71% of all deaths related to natural disaster. And it remains the most frequent natural disaster with about 41%. Yet we don't have a sustainable solution to that. Just imagine if we can have a sustainable solution that can bridge in the gap through the lack of access to a socially inclusive flood disaster early warning system, which has accounted for about 71% of all deaths related to natural disaster. Well, I'm giving you Flowis. Just imagine if we can digitalize, dissect, and disrupt every impending disaster activity, thereby materializing the conventional huge traditional system into something very small. By doing that, we are reducing the material size and cost, and thereby monetizing it to be cheap, affordable, and even free to nearly everyone. Well, say hello to Flowis. Flowis is a dematerialized, demonetized, and democratized flood early warning system. It is an all-round solution that monitors and forecasts flood imminence, and thereby disseminate the forecasted data to the flood vulnerable individuals, communities, and economies. Why? For early preparedness, awareness, emergency response, quick recovery, and strengthening part of our resiliency. We are doing this so as to reduce the overall devastation caused by the imminence of flood. So in billions from satellite and from radiological, hydrological, topographic data and other form of biospheric data. Combining all those data sources together with a powerful algorithm, with the aid of artificial intelligence and machine learning, we get our last forecast of which we use to disseminate to the flood vulnerable communities so that they can be able to prepare early. As you can see, these are a few of the data sources of which we're utilizing. How do we communicate the forecast to the people? We utilize a multichannel form of dissemination so that we won't leave anybody behind. We utilize, if you are having, let's say, an on-premises deployment, for example, or an existing IT infrastructure, let's say, for example, like NEMA, then we can deploy that easily into existing IT infrastructure. Else, you can opt for the cloud service. For the cloud service, requires no installation. We call it Flowis as a service. Then we give Flowis services also in form of an open access data to research and academia, and that one is mainly for free. Then we have access to API for the developers that are willing to build on top of that. Then we have the mobile and web applications. Then we have the social media. Then we have the USSD, SMS, and IVR multi-channel form of dissemination for those that are living in the last mile. So you may ask, who are our potential customers actually? We consider the government itself, because currently in the system, we are not having a flood early warning information in existence at all. So government can save their money and they can rely on a platform like Floris without buying anything, without spending much. They can have their platform up and running and they can be able to forecast and disseminate early warning about flooding. And then we have the non-governmental organizations and the humanitarian organizations also, like the likes of the Red Cross, UNOSA, UN Spider, GFDRR. They are also utilizing our services. Then we have the business and enterprises. Currently, we don't have the concept of disaster insurance in the country at all. So, but why? I've asked them a question. I've asked most of the disaster industries, why are they not having a kind of a disaster insurance plan? So the response is that they lack a tool that can help them to assess before, during, and after the flooding itself. So which makes the insurance industry a potential customer to be able to market our product to. We have the likes of the real estate, the logistic partners, the risk assessors, supply chain managers. They also utilize our services. Then we have the research and the academia, including the universities and the polytechnics, also they utilize Flow services. Then we have the software developers, which uses our API to build on top and create more replica of flows, like, or maybe consume our data services. Then we have the millennial, like you and me, that are able to download the mobile app, that are curious enough to know when and how the flood is going to affect and what properties are they going to be devastated. The last mile users are those that are living in the village that didn't even go to school, they can't read nor write. Also, they are also covered. We have a print media, and the Flowers app also can work with or without internet connectivity. With that, they can be able to utilize that, or we can be able to use the aid of the town crier, using the village ship as a support to help us disseminate the gospel of the emergence of the flooding itself. This is our market. The flood disaster industry is a $5.4 billion industry. So our target addressable market is about 5.4 billion targeted. Our serviceable addressable market is 100 flood vulnerable Nigerians that are expected to be affected. Then we have a serviceable obtainable market with a case study of Lagos, about 17 million Lagosians that are vulnerable to such flooding. We have a revenue model that we're using to make money actually. Ploys is up and open as a freemium content. You can use a certain feature for free, manage yourself and a little. But if you are going to manage a kind of a number of different assets, 2, 3, or 10, for example, then you have to go for the premium. Then we have the subscription model itself, of which is basically based on subscription. If you pay the subscription, then you have access to Flows. So then we have the sponsorship model. The sponsorship model works well for the government sector or the politicians or the form of donors or humanitarian organizations that are willing to sponsor a certain community for us to cover them, to disseminate the exact warning before it happened. Then we have the donation model, as well as the donation model works in form of a donation, whereby we get aid from a foreign organization before the flooding occurs, that we should cover a certain particular area and feed them with the necessary information available, the exact areas that are supposed to get flooded, and the expected time for the devastation to emerge. We work on business model of B2B, B2C, and B2G, because we provide government with the service that can provide to the citizens itself, that's B2G2C. When we provide directly to the businesses, that's B2B, and we provide to the citizens as well, which is B2C as well. Recently, as of now, we don't have a direct competitor, but we have the likes of Deltares coming from the Netherlands, which are a potential competitor that can be able to compete a bit. Then we have the likes of Ambiental, of which are operated from the UK, then the Floodless watching from the UK as well. But none of them has pioneered something like this, because we are making this to be very cheap, very affordable, and it's replicable nearly everywhere without buying a single hardware. You can have access to that. So what's our unique selling? What's our unique selling point? Flows is a pioneer project actually. There's nothing like this in the country to date. We utilize that particular opportunity to penetrate through, and it's customizable and it can be tailored across different geographies, and it's socially inclusive. It is cheap. It is affordable as well. To date, we have covered about 28,000 plus square kilometers of flood vulnerable regions. We have about 4,000 plus customers actively, and we have about 100,000 plus beneficiaries, and we have raised about 45,000 across both grant donations, and equity investment. What are we looking for actually? We are looking for an investment of $1.2 billion in return for about 11% equity of our company. And we are looking for extra donations. We are looking for extra grants from the United Nations, from UN SPIDER, from Global Facility for Disaster Risk Reduction. And we are seeking for emancipated partnership with the government itself, with the Ministry of Environment, with NEMA, with NASDA, and all other agencies that can fit into our shoes. And we are looking also for more developers to expand our team the nearest future if we get more funding. So we have been around, we started operating actually in 2017, but we get all our licenses in 2019, TAC and everything. Between 2017 to 2020 to date, we have bagged a number of accolades, ranging from recognition, award, donation, grants from the United Nations. I think in the summer of 2017, an advice was given to Guterres and Amina of the United Nations that why don't they converge youth together so that they can innovate behind our 3 different SDG goals. So the cohort, Lagos, Africa, and there are about 9 region. We came second in Africa, 1,000. Yeah, okay. We are selected among the 1,000 for the Unleash Innovation Lab in 2007, which to Denmark for the United Nations Bootcamp, and we get trained. And we are part of the Singularity University in the NASA campus, and we have recognition from the European Space Agency and from NASA as well. So we are a team of unique diversity, of which all are passionate about solving the world's most greatest challenges, such as the natural disaster, basically flooding. As you can see, we are having our support team from the right that are supporting us from Albania is Arlinda Brahimlari. We have Alex from Costa Rica. We have Alex Leberu from France. We have Nisha Deva from India. And we have Marty Baderiski from the US, and I myself. From the left, you can see there is Sheun Nobi, who is a Lagos data scientist. We have Abraham, who is an expert in IoT. We have Adam Abubakar, who is an expert in blockchain. And I myself, Abubakar Bashir, with a background from geography, GIS, remote sensing, and Earth observatory. Remember, for every $1 invested in preparedness, saved about $12 invested in recovery. So with such investment in place, Saad Mohammed Asha wouldn't have lost 2 of his wives and 6 of his children if to say he have access to information like this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Abubakar Bashir.
Thank you.
So you can stop your share and of course get your video back. I think that,
okay.
that network got you being able to speak.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you've taken the product. Just okay, great. So,
yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about all that we can take for today. Help Talk is not confirmed to be available, and I'm sure this other product, She Reads Africa, not also very ready for a presentation. But then I must say that it took us time before we can even have the few that you can actually listen to. And if we had even gone that far, you can agree with me that it has saved a lot of time today. On the World Summit Awards project, there are usually 8 different categories on this innovation parameters. But then, for me, it's not about just filling all the categories with just anyhow products, because I realize that some people are yet to see the difference between a product and an initiative. You see, or rather, what can be considered as a prototype. You may not be able to measure or mark a prototype, but at least something close to what is happening is actually being implemented. The society they've even gotten to know, and they are using the product, and the story, the after story of that product is also commonplace. So this actually goes a long way to help jurors in ascertaining whether certify the good product or otherwise. But then, for this last product, actually one product I've been talking about, like 2, 3 years ago, the user can remember. Actually, I knocked this product 2, 3 years ago, and I linked very impressed, and I've been contributing what they think is product too. You know, sometimes you tell some people your product is bad, but they feel bad. They feel you're not helping them. I think some people almost do what you have as Facebook. Facebook, there's no feature of Facebook that I don't have. I may want to see what the difference they have as that their product on Facebook, and they are unable to, to share that difference. So could it just be that I want to replicate Facebook? Do you think you can beat Facebook to it? You can beat Facebook if you have something that can differentiate Facebook with the idea that you have. And and just like that. So, and besides, you can actually come up with something now that even Facebook will find you very relevant, and you're amazed at what the kind of monies they'll give to you, because they want that concept to add to Facebook. And not just that I want to start A to B, I think I'm doing a research in school. You just go through a document somewhere and it's review. So at this stage, let's say that we have taken all the products, and that effectively the product called COVID Together, the product called EduPoints, the product called Ping Me, and that's almost like the play.com concept that I saw there. And I think that's actually a very critical product in the financial sector. And of course, this product under the environment and green under the environment. So with this put together, so I think to the jurors is a lot simpler. This video will be some hours after this session. This video will be available online, and you can even spend time to do the presentations again. And so it takes some time to see how you can actually send your feedback in terms of figures, as we have expressed at the beginning. That link is the program. If you want the program again, I can reshare the program again at the end of the session. I think at this point you can just be free. Perhaps that will give me an opportunity to welcome some of those that are not actually given some time. In the house, we had Mr. G, who is actually the managing director of GDOS Systems. And these are real foundational stakeholders in the country for him to have had this time to join us today. So please, I want to just hear a word or two from Nigeria. Hello, Mr. Jido.
Hello.
Jido,
Can you hear
how are
me?
you, sir? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, very well. Just introduce yourself. Let's get to know you. Thank you.
Yes, I'm Judy Aware, and I've been IT business policy for some time. So this is really a good time here. I want to commend Mr. Amos for his consistency. We have been doing this thing for some time back. He always keeps on dragging me back again every year. So I really want to commend you, and the quality has improved from way back where we started. I know there has been a lot of improvement. So I just want to urge all of us to take, because it's going to take our time to really give it the best, so that we can also support this effort, because it's actually in the interest of the growth of digital development of Nigeria. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jido. His full name is Jido, and he was, in fact, my aspirant for the Nigerian Computer Society presidency. I just told that to the current president.
Thank you.
So my presenters, I must say thank you and kudos to all of you. Maybe we start by saying we take messages and of course remarks from the panelists, so that from the experts, so that you can actually just give your message. It may not be in any particular order. We have like a few people to talk about what message to this program, who goes first, next person, and things like that.
Amos, if I just say a quick one, it's not so much of a message, but well done for what you put together. They've been good products we've seen, so we'll go through the list. Please send me the program.
Okay, I'll share the program again with email. Yeah, with email. Yes, I will.
Yeah, it's very important so we can get the criteria and all those stuff.
A word for this producer.
I think the main word for me from
like
them
I was saying, this is the first time to even get to meet the producers. Like I met you for the first time in Vienna. We've never met, and it was by chance that we even had a director in your company who was what's his name?
Valentine.
Valentine. I didn't recognize him until it was like he was almost punching me because we're that funny with each other. I was I'm just like, that's what my work is all about. This project is run 100% under my foundation with charity I'm doing, and it's just for the passion of what I feel with the environment. And we are actually trying to see with innovation bed, which actually wants everybody to be very strong and active members in. Innovation bed Africa is actually now envelopes the entire continent because we're trying to see how Africa generally can improve our participation. Not just that we are there, but how we can actually improve the quality of that. Not just that every year our results will come out and realize that before you know it, 50% is already been taken up by Europe.
Yeah.
It's good. This event started years back and all of that to now. Africa only has a very tiny piece of the pie at 6% on the innovation, on the world innovation map. Where the entire continent put together, we are just holding on to 6 small pie, percent proportional contribution of innovation contribution to the world. So that's really not very encouraging. We realize that even though Nigeria might be consistent on a 9-year winning, but the rest of Africa has a lot of work. So Innovation Bed Africa is not just something situated in Nigeria. It's a concept across the entire African country. In the last program, Daniel, you were with us in our digital policy program that we had the last time. We had about 15 African countries speak. So it's very easy for us to get Africans together to share common problems, especially in digital policy, where some of these things that we're talking about, we really don't have the right regulation on ground.
Yeah.
So these are so many things, and Innovation Bed is now built up content. Not that we have any support from anywhere, we don't even need it because it's a total internal private NGO product. I don't believe it's going to be a political stuff because politicians will get in there and make a mess of what you mean by innovation and what they want to, what they're doing in their leadership realm. So we just do the bit we are doing. I don't think we see any government person here. You send the message to invite them, they will honor you, and I don't bloody care. That's the message I give to them. They should just go consider that whatever we are doing here is their work that we are doing, is actually their responsibility. So I actually give great kudos to every presenter here today. I'm sure someone, Daniela, will have a message for some of these producers. I'm sure you can't find better producers you have here in Singapore. Let's flex, let's hear you. Daniela, just to
I wouldn't say
Nigerian
that.
producers are better than Singaporeans.
Sorry again.
Just to you a challenge now that Nigerian producers and innovators are better than Singaporean innovators. Different.
I think, I mean, compliments and chapeau, as the French say, right? I'm impressed. I know we didn't have everybody here, but you know, in Singapore, I can share, it's so pampered, right? Here, everybody who has, I don't know, half an idea gets a grant and it's really pampered, and it isn't good. Yeah, so I really believe in, as hard as it sounds, but the people who are in such an environment like Nigeria and really have to prove every day, you have a huge advantage, and be proud of it and make the best. And with all these competitions, I always think we all run our own race, even if we sometimes don't win a certain or don't fit perfectly to the criteria. At the end of the day, I believe entrepreneurship is creating your own race, actually, yeah, and run your own race. And that's my best advice, yeah. But I'm very impressed what I saw today, and I look forward to the outcome of the jury.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Daniela. I'm so impressed too that you're here with us. Peter, Ihesye.
Yeah, I must say, with the products we have, the floor, the a lot. It's that in Nigeria, and the marketplace is also very interesting, full of and the investment that God is trying to push into private education. Very good one. Nobody can beat the fact that 19 cost the world today. So any technology that can help us highly.
Okay, so I think he's been battling that. He's been battling the connectivity before now. That's Dr. Zego. You can unmute. I can unmute. Let's.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah. The products are quite interesting, I must say. I think we are really moving forward, irrespective of our challenges as Nigerians. And I must commend the innovators. And just a word of advice: like an entrepreneur is a personal journey. So it's not about winning or losing. It's just about having a vision, a problem you want to solve, and just moving forward and perfecting your product from time to time. So that's all I have to tell the innovators.
The message there says it's a personal journey. In fact, like I sometimes will say that innovation, it can never be a classroom. Put them in a classroom, then you want to kill them. Allow them to flex. So Peter, you're back.
Yes, I am sorry for internet issue.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, wonderful products. However, I do have a bit of concern, and I just have to say,
that's right,
particularly for the financial data collection platform. So, interesting concept, I must say. However, it seemed to me there are a lot of loose ends to it, because if I have to submit my phone and you have to pull data from my phone to be able to aggregate data, that means that you are left with whatever I do with data on my phone. So if I remove those data before giving it to you, or I can somehow influence the kind of information you see about me. So I would suggest, I mean, I know that they have future plans. I would suggest that getting the data from the source should be part of their future plans. Then that's ping me. Yeah. Then for the education edu point. So somehow I'm a bit familiar in that to a couple of companies in that space, and one of the big issues that they've always had, it's verification of teachers, right? So he mentioned a couple of, I mean, he said like he has 3,000 teachers that they are working with, and that's spread across Nigeria, and you want to scale to Africa. So how do you do physical verification of 3,000 teachers spread across Sokoto, Abuja, Uyo? So how do you do that kind of verification? How do you ensure that somebody you're sending to another person's house is going to take care of the kids and ensure that they don't cause any harm? So I would love to hear more about security in their next speech, when they're talking to other investors or talking to.
I just Edu Point and just react to that. Ping me. Hello. Ping me. Edu Point.
Yeah. So while they're waiting, I just have to do, just say the last comment on COVID together, right? So that we can respond to them. I think what they've done so far is very interesting. Unfortunately, in fact, I just looked at my phone. I realized that I have the app downloaded already. You know, I can't remember how I got it, but it's on my phone.
Yes.
Nice work. However, I think they need to look at their value proposition, right? The way they pitch the value, I was lost. I couldn't just make it out from their pitch. Their app is very interesting. I like what they've done with the app, but the way they presented the problems and the solution they are trying to address, I think they need to go back and do a lot of work around there. Apart from all these small updates and issues, I think they've done.
Well, that connection issue now is still coming back, but to the producers generally,
what they built, and I wish them the very best in the journey.
All the best. Thank you so much, Peter. To the producers, what we have just heard now, particularly from Mr. Peter Ihessie, is speaking like a wounded lion. You know, when you win on the WSA and you are invited to the Winners' Congress in whatever country, all expense paid, but you in fact, the kind of pitching you need to go through, that's exactly where Peter Ihessie is coming from, because these are the things you need to clarify to global jurors and you really be under tension under some of these questions. And if you're not prepared, Peter, are you listening to me? That
Yes, sir.
you're not prepared for some of these questions, you really will be swept under. You'll be swept under because you're not prepared to answer some of those questions. There were like two particular observations now, which went to Ping Me and Edu Point, which I think they can respond to, or maybe at least offer a message to. Is Adiola still there? Edu Point? It was your show, not ours. Daniela, is that not correct?
That?
I said it was actually their show. It's not my own show.
Yes. I wish discussion, right?
It was their show, really. Is Adiola there? Is Edu Point there? Kirsten.
I'm here, Mr. Amos, I'm here.
Yeah, your message from the last speaker. Is there anything there for any response?
Okay, because of the network, I didn't quite catch,
okay,
exactly what he was saying, but I know he said something about our marketing, that we need to present it in such a way that they know exactly what problems we are solving. But I think
that was why he mentioned, he talked about value proposition, properly focused. And that, and I shared that these are the kind of questions you're going to get. Assuming you win today, you are still going to face bigger jurors on the major panel that you're going to defend, and you hear worse questions on your product. So, and for you to win, these are all the scale. These are the things you need to really be, you need to scale through. For which about now, you need to really be properly prepared and sticking to what that product was to do to ensure that we are fine with it. And we try to see how some of those comments that he has made, if other producers are there to respond to them. Adiola is no longer there. Edu Point is no longer there. Okay, any other message? Clara. Hello, Clara. Perhaps a message. Unmute yourself. No, great. A message to the...
My observation is I think there needs to be a better time management for it. If it's a presentation between 11:30 and 1:30, it has to be specified. so that we can time ourselves, you know, key into the presentation properly, note down what we want to note, and then, you know, at the end of it, we can evaluate our own feedback and pass it on. But from what we've had now, it's me going back to make my notes and probably wait for you to pass on our feedback mechanism to us the way we're supposed to present it back to you. But all in all, I think most of the innovations are quite, you know, groundbreaking. I was in a pitch about 3 days ago, and we had over about 13 startups pitch their ideas and everything. And what we saw most of the time were just repetitive ideas being presented in different ways. But from what I heard today, there are prospects in them, but I think they will need to be fine-tuned eventually to be scalable to the point where it will be presented as a product into the market.
That's quite insightful. That's actually quite insightful. Perhaps we get back to the producers themselves. What questions do you have for the panels? Any message?
For the panels?
Yeah, yeah. But, any message? Any message?
For the panelists?
For the panelists, the producers, do you have any message?
Yes, like I said, we need to work on time management.
Right, I'm okay with that.
We need to work on time management. It's very crucial. Okay. And then the point is the solutions are, they are devolving into the society. So they are solving problems that are within the context of the society we live in. And I think that's the key major thing technology is offering us, to be able to look at problems around you within your immediate environment and to be able to solve it with a solution coming up with. And once that is done, it's a question of then looking at the bigger picture. Can it be scalable to the global environment? I mean, it's not just within your own little space. It can be moved into another environment and deliver the same solutions. I think that's my recommendation.
That's very correct. That's actually very correct. Okay, we want to see whether any of the producers have a message. A producer, do you have any message for the jurors?
For the...
No, Bashir, Mr. Bashir. Mr. Bashir?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any message?
Yeah, it's Bashir.
Do you have any questions?
Sure, sir. This is Bashir.
From the...
Yeah, I would like to apologize. I would like to apologize for all the panelists, the jurists. Hello.
Please, you need to type and send your apology.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
You need to type and send your apology to NCC.
No, it's okay. It's understandable, you know.
So my esteemed apologies to everyone. I didn't intend to. Actually, there was a glitch on the way I was presenting, and I would like to thank you for the second chance that you gave me, Mr. Amos and everybody around. It's been a wonderful disaster, has been taken very lightly, not only by the government, but by nearly everybody around. But until it strike, after it strike, that's when everybody get to work some, actually. So why invest much in recovery rather than invest in preparedness, I think. So we are like trying to fit into that, but we have been pushing this is the third year we have been pushing actually, but locally there has been a great challenge for slow rate of adoption, unlike the recognition that we have gotten from the European countries, from the United Nations and co. But I think with you being around and from what I had being my mentors, and I think it's a great journey. I'm going to learn a lot from you actually. I'm open to learning. Please don't hesitate. I'll be bothering nearly all of you with a lot of questions. I have to learn from your experience, especially. And I'd like to thank you very much once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bashir.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Bashir. Can we take a message from Adiola? Is Adiola back now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, please, Adiola, do you have any message from the jury? That was actually a time we needed you, but you left us. At any rate, do you have any questions? Do you have any message for the experts? There were actually some messages that was directed to Pygmy. I don't think we got those messages, and they were actually very important.
I'm so sorry, I had to take on another call.
Great.
So apologies for that. But
Mr.
can you
Peter,
share those
if you're still there,
messages?
Mr. Peter, if you are still there, can you please just kindly share that message with Pygmy once again?
Okay, sir. So first of all, I commended your work. However, a couple of concerns that I raised. Looking at the data points for the financial record that you are acquiring from people's phone. So it seemed to be a little bit unstructured in that it's what is left on my phone that you can pull. So if I give you access to my phone, you're pulling my financial records, basically SMS messages that I may or may not remove. I can delete some messages I don't want you to see. If I have a bit of understanding of the things you check, for instance, I bet and I want to borrow money, I will remove all the betting apps on my phone. And there's no way for you to know if I've ever installed betting app or not, right? So somehow the users of your application can influence certain information you get about them, which might end up affecting your scoring, right? So what I was thinking about, and I believe you have future plans, is to try and connect the sources together so that, for instance, if I borrowed money from different banks, you don't need me to give you access to that. I need to be able to talk to these parties and know that, given a certain level of identity of this guy, which the BVN is trying to do for us. BVN is trying to provide a means of synchronization across different financial institutions. So with that alone, I should be able to talk to different organizations and be able to get it. And there's a company, I've forgotten the name, but I'll try and get it. There's a company that's trying to do that with your BVN, they can get your financial record across different banks, right? So with that, I don't have to delete anything. It doesn't depend on me what I leave or what I don't leave on my phone, right? So that's an area I think you might need to look into. I believe that you should have thought about this, but if not, it's something that you can look into and provide a better solution for more realistic and reliable credit scoring.
Thank you, Peter. We can actually get, we actually do get information on our customers based on their BVN and also based on their phone. So if you give us your phone, we're able to put information, transaction history just from your number, and that SIM is locked as well. So we're able to pull a lot of information. I think there was also something else that you discussed about deleting apps. I understand that, but I mean, this is a large pool of people. So, I mean, not everybody will just keep deleting every time because it's unfortunate my other colleague has left, but there's a time history as well. We also use USSD as well. So we're actually able to pull out all your USSD transactions as well. So we can use your phone, we can use your BVN. With your BVN, we're able to get all your information as well. We can use, and then we can use SMS and we can use USSD.
All right, Adela, thank you so much. Okay, fine. Dr. Daniela, thank you.
Yeah, I have a question also to Adeola. It says here Pygmy is actually headquartered in San Francisco, right? Is that correct? And could you maybe explain a little bit about the headquarters in California and the Nigerian operation?
We actually have an office in San Francisco because we've partnered with thought leaders in that industry, and we all know San Francisco is a hotbed for that. So, but the initiative actually started in Nigeria. Pygmy actually initially started as a lender, but we realized that while we were lending, we didn't have enough information about our consumers to make informed decisions in terms of extending credit to them. And so we started playing around with this whole data, and we realized that that was more of a business, and that was more futuristic and scalable. And so we stopped the lending aspect of things and focused solely on our data science business. And we've been able to grow that data science business in the last 2 years to where it is today. And we have a lot of banks, financial institutions, fintech lenders, microfinance banks that are coming onto our platform because it saves them money. Rather than having to build the platform on their own, they can just plug into our platform and are able to get informed information about their customers.
Interesting. Thanks. Thanks.
So we do have an office. We've actually just opened another office in Nairobi. And so we're looking to expand our reach in Africa, but our main focus is Nigeria.
Right. So thank you, Dr. Daniela, for that question. I've actually done my background check on PingMe, and as the national expert was a concern, and I'm sure Adiola know we have shared quite a lot before I came to the agreement and on the understanding of the local contents sufficiently in PingMe. So I mean, as a local expert, I'm fine with it. So that's why I was particularly very impressed at that note that you raised. Any other information?
Yeah, I have something to say concerning the issues raised for COVID together.
We're not hearing clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, but then not. Please, I need fuel. I need lights. The lights gone. Please, I need the gen urgently. I need to just wrap up this light. Hello, Peter. Are you still on, so? You know why? Because I just changed power supply only to come back and Zoom has closed the event. No, no, please. Can you, with your link, can you help me just try if you can reconnect back, I beg? And my daughter that was working with me here, she stepped out. I wanted to see if someone else, because we're yet to wrap up. How? Oh, excellent. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's why you're delivering from. I'll see you worry. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was not worried. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank very well, very well, very well, very well. Thank you so much. Because as soon as the light now came, I was not let me announce this and came down and I was not worried. It was better like that. So thank you so much. Man, that's why I have you there. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Thank you, thank you. Because we don't finish now. Just to wrap up. I appreciate. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.